what if you couldn't fail? What if you couldn't fail on those goals that you were after? Guys, this is something that I see a lot, and something that I've struggled with more than I can count, is whenever we set a goal for ourselves, we set that big target, and we start to think, right? Our mind goes into that place of kind of doubt, insecurity, fear, and we start to think, well, what are all the things that could go wrong where we're not going to be able to achieve this? And I'm here to tell you that is not the right way to think about stuff, because what's going to happen is if you're thinking about just constantly what could go wrong on when you're chasing after your goals, those you bring those kind of low vibes into your life. And the thing with that is you're not going to take action when you're feeling those low vibes. So there's this balance that needs to be achieved, and that balance is having the awareness about how you're actually feeling when you go to set those goals, and then truly backing it up with insane amounts of action, guys. Because nowadays people are labeled crazy, they're labeled, they got all these problems if you're extreme for what you want in life, right? If you're really willing to go after it, you're willing to do the work that most people aren't willing to do. Society in general doesn't like that anymore. So because of that, we're going to make sure to obviously go as hard as possible, because we want to win and we're not going to let anybody hold us back. But the biggest key to this, guys, is taking relentless, extreme action. Because what's going to happen is that is going to suffocate those doubts, suffocate those negative feelings, those insecurities, the fear you have. When you're taking truly relentless action, you don't have those fears anymore. So here's the thing, like with this YouTube channel, right? Putting myself out on the camera, putting out my message into the world, that was like one of my biggest fears, right? But you know what I said? I'm like, okay, that means, I noticed that. I'm like, okay, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to do it anyway, because I know that's what's going to force the growth. And when you do it enough, when you post every day, right? I committed to like a relatively extreme schedule, posting every single day for at least a full year. And there's a lot of action that has to happen, right? I have to constantly be thinking of ideas, listening to feedback from you guys, going out and physically shooting these videos, the tiny little bit of editing that I do, all that stuff that goes into it, right? Getting it posted, and making sure there's a new video every single day at 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So when you have all that to focus on, you no longer have the time for those doubts, the insecurity, the fear of failure, just because you are truly taking the action that's needed for you to get on the path that's going to produce those results. So I look at it as like, what do I need to do where it's impossible to fail? How many reps do I need to put in where I can't fail? If you go to the gym enough, if you bench press enough, you're eventually going to get stronger. It's impossible not to, provided your diet recovery is good and stuff like that. Putting in the reps will produce the results, and that is going to suffocate those feelings of inadequacies that we all experience when we start something new. So that's my message for you guys today, is think about what it would be like if you knew you couldn't fail, because your action was so high on what you want that there's simply no possible way you can't get the outcome you're looking for. Anyways, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, run up the score on that subscribe button. Let's get this to over 3,000 subs. We'll probably be there by the time this video goes live. But thank you for being a part of this. Make sure you hit the like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. And lastly, guys, I have a free community of like-minded people who are focused on winning and helping each other get better in life. When you join this free community in the link below in the description of this video, you're also going to gain access to my free self-mastery blueprint. This is a system that I've used that kind of focuses on the key areas of your life that you need to get dialed in order to win. And this has helped me, exponentially increase my income, get into better shape, and just generally lead a much more fulfilling life. So I encourage you to check that out. And guys, I will see you next video.